Today we are going to be going over a very special setup in Modern Warfare 2, Scumpy's M4 setup, and oh my god, this thing is absolutely insane. For the first attachment on the barrel, so they recently just started using the high tower 20-inch barrel. Previously they would use one of these barrels that increases the mobility, but now they are using the high tower, and this is going to increase the overall power of the weapon. We are going to be losing a little bit of our mobility, but it's honestly not that much. Like, you really don't notice it, and I think it's well worth it to lose that mobility for those pros. When we go into the firing range, you guys will notice, so I don't really like how my guy's hand is on the gun. Super annoying. I might be just kind of weird. Let me know in the comments if you guys don't like that either. But when you add the barrel, you guys can see that there is way less recoil on the weapon. For the hand on the gun though, it literally makes me do worse. I know it's just like a placebo effect, but it like really fucks with my head. So if you're like me and you don't want it to look like that, go over to your underbarrel and then add the shark fin 90. When we go back into the firing range, you guys will see now the operator's hand is way below the weapon, so it's not going to really get in the way, and I literally just feel like I do way better when I have the shark fin on just because of that. So if you don't want to use the shark fin 90, go over to the ammunition, and I believe a lot of the pros are running the high velocity rounds. For the next attachment, we are going to be increasing the recoil control of the weapon, and a great attachment to do so without having that many cons is adding the sock and ZX grip. Say you are running the shark fin 90 instead of the high velocity rounds, you actually will pretty much compensate that con, and so when you run that grip, there'll be no cons. For the stock, you guys want to add the Tempest P80 strike, and as you guys can tell, this is pretty similar to my actual just regular M4 class setup, which proves to you Cbass makes the best setups. So the main reason that they're running the Tempest P80 strike is so they get a lot of strafe speed. Make sure you guys are always strafing like this in your gunfights. It gives you rotational aim assist, and you are a harder target to hit. We are also going to get an overall boost to the mobility, which is going to be very helpful because the pros on the muzzle, they're actually running the FTAC Castle comp. This is going to increase the recoil control by a ton, but you're just losing so much mobility, and so I don't really like to run this, but this is what a lot of the pros are running. The stock does help a lot, but I still don't really like the weapon. And then another setup that they actually run in these CDL matches, you actually want to take off the muzzle, and then you want to keep the shark fin, and then you want to add the high velocity rounds. This is the setup that most of the aggressive CDL players are running. With all that said, here's an overview of the more aggressive CDL setup, and here's the more low recoil M4 setup. And just remember, you can take off the shark fin and then add the high velocity rounds. Say you want to tune the weapon, the pros don't tune it just because it's a G8, but the weapon is better when you tune it. With that said, if you want to tune the high tower 20-inch barrel, max out the bar on the left just so we get more recoil steadiness. If you didn't know, the recoil steadiness is the horizontal recoil. For the bottom bar, because this all isn't based on like a linear scale, so sometimes you'll get like more damage range if you bring it to right here, which in this case you get the same amount of damage range if you were to bring this up to 0.33 as if you were to max it, but you will have less cons. Like, you'll have more mobility if you bring it to here rather than if you were to max it out. For the tuning on the high velocity rounds, you just want to max out the damage range, and then you'll get the most amount of bolt velocity with less cons if you bring up to 4.65, which actually I believe if you add the armor piercing rounds and then you tune these, you actually will get more damage range and bolt velocity. So if you're not playing any game battles and you're just using this in a public match, then I would probably run the armor piercing rounds. For the tuning on them, I'll just max out the damage range, and then I would bring up the bolt velocity by 6.44. For the tuning on the FTAC Castle comp, the left is for your horizontal recoil control, and then the gun kick control is your vertical recoil control. With that said, bring up the left slider to 0.64 and then bring the right slider to 0.35, and that's how you can maximize those stats. For the tuning on the rear grip, you just want to increase the ADS speed by a little bit just because the overall ADS speed of the class is slow. Plus, you're actually not really losing any recoil steadiness. If you bring this to negative 0.48, you're still getting a lot of ADS speed with literally having no cons. For the bottom bar, because the overall sprint to fire speed in this game is very slow, obviously you want to max this out, and if you want the most, slide that over to negative 0.33. For the tuning on the stock, we are just going to max out the ADS speed. The aim walking steadiness is already pretty steady. For the bottom bar, because the strafe speed is so important in this game, you just want to max that out by bringing this to negative 1.18. Lastly, for the tuning on the shark fin, because there's a decent amount of idle sway with the weapon, you want to lower that by bringing the aiming idle stability to 0.31 inches. For the bar on the left, I usually want a little bit less horizontal recoil control, and the weapon already feels decent, and we use the grip to bring up the ADS speed, so I'm just going to bring up the slider to 0.34 ounces. I believe that is the best way to tune it. Lastly, if you want to use the exact setup I was using in the gameplay for the rear grip, I was actually accidentally running the X10. This is my favorite one, and then I thought the pros used it, but they actually used that recoil control one. But if you want to use the setup I was using there, here is the tuning for that. Max out that sprint to fire speed, and then bring up the ADS speed by negative 0.48. Here's the exact setup I was using in the gameplay, and then if you want to use the exact pro player setup, swap out that rear grip for the socket. He didn't even see me. I think I went and see you, buddy. I see everything. There's a guy in there.
hardpoint. Stand by.
Why does the bullet velocity feel so slow? Oh, he was just pre-firing that for some reason. Dude, this thing beams. Okay, we got the advance. I'm popping this immediately.
Locating the next hardpoint.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep that guy in the objective so his teammates keep pushing.
Threats in the perimeter. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
What? No enemies. You're supposed to wait. No, okay. I was gonna say they're supposed to push the hard point, but the hard point just rotated, so it makes sense.
Fuck you, cocksucker.
Oh, boys, he's pissed. He said the C word. You know, once I was trash talking this one female, and she said, "Cbass, you can kiss my ass." I was just like, damn, I got nothing to say from that. When the advanced UAV is up, I swear the enemies just turn stupid. Like, they start playing hella slow.
Hardpoint. Stand by.
Fuck you.
That's such a depressing fuck you.
Hardpoint compromised.
Okay, now we gotta run away, boys, because I need some ammo. Dude, there's no way. I literally thought I was locked on his head. I literally thought I locked onto his head. Serious, I thought you would have the camera. Dude, my fucking microphone came today. But not the camera. Camera was supposed to come yesterday, and the microphone was supposed to come next week. So it doesn't really make sense. But I got the cam link. Oh, I got him on the last bullet. My accuracy was horrible. Oh, you... I wish there was a streak that would, like, just sit up there and not kill anyone. Or it would take a really long time. Like, I really want a weak helo, so then it just tells me where people are at, and I see the enemy's trying to shoot it down, but it doesn't kill any of them, so then I can clean up the kills.
The lead is ours.
Ray, I'll show you the microphone I got. It's insane. It's so nice. It's the one that Riley Reed deep-throated. Like, I bought it off Logan Paul.
Locating the next hardpoint.
We got a couple guys over here. Spawns are super whack right now.
Complete. Keep the pressure on.
Especially when you have horrible aim like that.
Friendly UAV online.
Acertaram em mim! Munição aqui, tô recarregando!
UAV returning to base.
Come on, I gotta get in here.
Puxa, trocando pente!
Friendly sentry online.
Why is my accuracy so butt lately? I need to go back to boot camp and learn how to play Call of Duty. Because I can't hit basic shots anymore.
Carregando!
He's right there. Oh, just, I'm gonna throw a nade and see, I told you guys. I see him on my walls.
Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
Oh, we got the MGB. Let's go. W's in the chat. Let's go. Dropping a nuke on all these guys. The hot mics are about to be crazy, boys. The hot mics are going to be so funny. Let's go, boys. 100 likes would be appreciated. Let's go. Oh, I should have put the chat up on screen so you guys could have seen. Oh, dang it. Yo, let's go. Chat up on the screen. Oh my God, it's going crazy. It's going crazy. Get nuked, motherfuckers. What do you mean, no?
That little bitch like young. I bought a yours today. Let her pay it all yellow like a bird.